Much. Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good.
Wow, I'm finally in Jacksonville again. Yes, thanks for inviting me. Well, today I'm gonna be sharing my vision with you, so that you could have a different life, just like I have. You know, I came to America in 1996 with the American dream. At the time, the American dream that I had was totally different than the American dream now I have. Before I come to America, I thought if I go to America, there will be a lot of trees bearing money. You just collect the money from the trees and you will be automatically rich. That's what I thought. So I had no idea. I was a young person, doesn't know anything about money. You just go to America. And then, as soon as I landed in America, I figured nothing is free. Every single penny has to be earned. Nothing is given to you for free. Nothing. Literally, nothing is free. So I started working hard. And something happened to my life. Very, very big punch. Because my lawyer somehow lost my paper and I became illegal. So, and after that, I couldn't fix it for 23 years.
Wow.
So I lived like that for 23 years in this country without right paper. So therefore, I couldn't get any regular job. I was studying computer science. That was all gone with that paper. And then only job I was able to get was the cash job. That doesn't require any documents, and they can fire me anytime. So I had to work hard, and as just like that, I didn't have any benefit like a 401k or vacation days or nothing. If you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. So I had to be working every single day, and I had to make sure that I'm not sick because there's no health insurance either. So I'm not sick. I have to be working all the time. And that was my life. And it was tough. But at the same time, I had a beautiful life. I have a beautiful life. So that was a good part of my life. And since we have a beautiful wife, we were producing babies. And I have 4 babies, right? That's how my American life was going. But there was an issue because the financial problem is always with us. Because even though I want to enjoy my time with my family, that doesn't allow me to do it because I have to be working to support the family. My wife, she's already too busy enough to take care of my children. And I'm the only one who has to bring the bread on the table every day. I have to make sure the bread is on the table every morning. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. My wife doesn't have a document either, so it was very big trouble. All the time, that was a big stress to me, how I can survive, My family, they are happy. As long as I'm providing, they are happy. But always, inside my mind, I had a trouble. I'm okay now. Somehow I'm barely making ends meet. But what about 5 years later? What about 10 years later? What about 20 years later? How can I afford to keep providing the bread on the table every day? When my children grow up, obviously they're gonna require more money, right? I have to provide more money, but I was already working maximum hours. And there's no sign of fixing my status. I'm telling you this because I fixed it now. Okay? Don't talk to him, Make sure no ice here, Florida is too hot to have ice here, right? So, I'm telling you, I fixed this. So that was the trouble that I had. Always inside my mind, there was the trouble. How can I survive in the future? I cannot work more hours because I was already working maximum hours. If I'm not sleeping, I was working. That was my life. But God is good. When I say God is good, you have to say all the time. And when I say all the time, you have to say God is good. That was my life. But God is good.
All the time.
All the time?
God is good.
There you go. One day I was introduced to Atomy. At the moment, I had no idea. I thought that's just another network marketing company. I had the experience from other network marketing companies. Like 30 years ago, I was introduced other A company. It was a really, really different concept, right? You introduce to people like it, they start using it, then you get commission. Simple. And they said, you don't have to quit any job. You don't have to give up anything. You can start as a part-time. That was me. I cannot give up any of my job because I have to continue providing to my family. So I couldn't quit, but they said, you don't have to quit. Perfect. And you don't have to invest a lot of money. Just a few $100 every month that you have to invest. But they said, you are spending money anyway, right? That makes sense. So I joined because I really want to improve my life. And about 2.5 years later, I gave up. Because, the theory and the real life was different. And then after that, I tried several different network marketing companies. And I was fed up. And I was just keep working in the dry cleaners, saying sunny beach, Florida beach. that was my saying all the time, bad words, you know what I'm saying, right? But that's the point I was introduced to Atomy, and I didn't have any trust about this company. I was just being nice to the person who invited me. So, thank you for coming tonight. But you should thank to the person who invited you because you have no idea now. That was me too. I had no idea when I was invited and I was sitting in the chair, listening to our chairman, I had no idea. And he was explaining about this company. He was explaining about the product. He was explaining about the technology that they have. It was totally different than I know before I left to Korea, right? I was so surprised. Wow, Korea is different now. Do you know Korea? Have you heard about a country called Korea?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Anybody that didn't know anything about Korea? Never heard about Korea. Korea is very famous now. Now it's more and more famous. Before, nobody knew. 30 years ago, it was not famous, but now it's different. That's what our chairman was explaining. Different technology. They have really, really advanced technology. And he also said this. When you don't have a hope, that was me. I was hopeless, right? I was barely making ends meet. I don't have any extra time. I think I could not change my career to improve my life because I don't have time. I was just busy. And I became hopeless. How I can improve my life if I'm busy like this, right? He said, when you don't have a hope, oh, that's me. He said, having hope is the only hope. I was like, what the heck is that? Doesn't make sense. It sounds like this. When you don't have money, make money. Who doesn't want to make money, right? So I was like disappointed. But as I keep listening to him, everything started making sense. Then I really started having hope that I can make $10,000 a month. At the time, my dream was making $10,000 a month. 6-figure income, something like that. I was like, if $10,000 a month, if I can make it, that would be the dream life. I'm making much more than that now, but that at the time, that was my dream. Oh my goodness. I really, really want to make $10,000 a month. That was my dream, right? And I start to having hope that could really happen to my life if I work hard with this company again, right? That's how I start working hard. Now I got financial freedom. And this financial freedom gives me time freedom too. That time freedom gives me emotional freedom too. Because I don't have any worry the stress about my future. You know, people are having a lot of stress because of the money, right? Money is neutral. But lacking of money is devil. If you have too much money and use it for wrong way, that's devil too. But you have too much money but use it for good way, that's an angel. But lacking of money is the very, very stressful situation, right? So I want to talk about today, okay? Do you know what happened 1849? Anybody were there at the time? 1849? You're not there, right? I'll tell you what happened at 1849. Somebody found gold in California, right? And everybody in the whole America and maybe in the whole world, they are rushing to California with they call it gold rush. They had a dream. Oh, let me go to California and find the gold. Because somebody said, oh, I found the gold. And people are rushing to California that they want to find the gold. Just like I came to America with the American dream. They had a gold dream, I guess. They came to California, they had a dream. And everybody started digging for gold. How many people made a success? I have no idea how many people actually made a success, but very few people made a success. What happened to all the other people? They failed. Even if you find the gold, let's say April find the gold. Finding the gold and keeping the gold is different. Even if April find the gold, if the bad guy comes after her, give me the gold with a gun, then she has to give up. And actually a lot of people died. And most of the people failed. So that's what happened, 1849. But there was somebody for sure made money at the time. Do you know who that is? Those people who selling the shovels. So now American people says selling shovels is better than digging the gold. Which one is better, selling shovel or digging the gold? Selling shovel is better. That reminds me these days too. Right? Because all this fever for money, they said AI, they said new technology, right? They say all the things and you could be rich. And a lot of people are coming, trying to become successful, but at the same time, most people fail. That reminds me. So I said, wow, that gives me the lesson. Don't try to find what's going to be in the future, but try to find what doesn't change even in the future. Jeff Bezos said, don't try to find something new, but find something people have been doing for hundreds of years. People have been brushing their teeth for hundreds of years. Are you going to brush your teeth in the future too? With the new technology, you don't have to brush your teeth? Do you think so? With the new technology, you don't have to take a shower anymore? With the new technology, you don't have to wash your laundry anymore? No matter what technology comes in, you still have to brush your teeth, you still have to, take a shower, do the laundry, do the dishes, and you have to take vitamins. Those are things never change. So if we're selling these products, you are in good hand, right? So let's talk about the power of daily necessity, right? Let's assume each household in America is spending about $500 a month. I'm not sure how much we are spending, but let's just assume $500 a month. Is it reasonable amount of money that you are spending your daily, necessities every month? And how many households do we have in America? It's about 131 million families. If you combine them together, it's about like $66 billion being spent every single month on daily necessities. So if we calculate that money, assuming that all the money is being spent through Atomy, how much it could be our commission? It could be $23 billion a month, every month. This month, 23 billion, next month, 23 billion, next month, 23 billion. Millions of people could make a lot of money with that. But who's making money right now? The big technology guys, big guys. If you spend your money in regular store, regular market, then money goes to somewhere you don't know. And I don't know. Nobody knows. Only the big guys who knows. The money doesn't stay here, right? But if we spend our money through Atomy, part of the money comes back to us as a commission. So that helps us, right? So that's why the concept of multi-level marketing came. And they call it MLM, multi-level marketing. But those people who had a lot of experience with MLM, they don't call MLM to be multi-level marketing. They call MLM to be most to lose money. Why? Because a lot of people lost their money. Not just money, they lost their friendship, they lost the houses. It seems to be ruining their lives. So they don't like multi-level marketing. That's why when you are invited to come to here, you are hesitating. Oh my goodness, If she's not my friend, I wouldn't go, right? But thank God you came, and then I'd like to show you what's the difference. Right now, we have about 10,000 network marketing companies around the world. Right now. Since 1946, they started building new network marketing companies. And how much money are they generating every year? Their revenue is about $200 billion a year. Is it a lot of money? Yeah. It sounds a lot of money, but this $200 billion is from 10,000 network marketing companies. This is the combined revenue of all these companies at the same time. So let's take a look at this. Have you heard about a company called Walmart? Yes. Have you heard about a company called Amazon? Yes. Have you bought any products from them? Yes. Yes. We all have experience buying products from these companies, right? Nobody has to force you to buy products from them, right? You just try it. And you like it. And you go back to those companies again and again and again. Why? Because they have a value for you. And you like the value. That's why nobody has to force you to go back, but you are going back to them automatically. Look at how much volume they're generating. Walmart is generating about $600 billion. Amazon is generating about $500 billion revenue alone. These $200 billion is from 10,000 companies. This is from each company. So who's doing better business now? Amazon and Walmart. They are doing much better business, right? What's the reason for that? That's voluntary reorders. People on the right side, they are going back to these companies voluntarily. Nobody has to force them to go back. Go to Amazon, go to Walmart, right? But how come all these network marketing companies, almost 80 years, every single company, doesn't matter what company out there, they ask you to pay joining fee. They ask you to buy a certain amount of money every month. They ask you to pay annual fee. And you know what? When 30 years ago, when I was doing other A company, every time I go to training like this, there's a table outside and there's a person sitting at the desk and collecting $5 per person for training fee. What if I invite my guest? Who's supposed to pay for my guest? The guest doesn't want to pay, so I had to pay for him. Then it will be how much? $10. Let me tell you, how much is $10 at the time, 30 years ago? At the time, the gallon of gasoline was 99 cents. 99 cents per gallon. So if you pay $10, you could get 10 gallons. How much money you have to pay to buy 10 gallons of gasoline these days? About $30. Right? $30. It depends on what. I'm talking about regular. Regular. $30. Imagine that you have to come here every week by paying $30. So even before you make any money, you end up spending a lot of money. And they ask you to buy a certain amount of money every month, every year. And you know what? But in Atomy is the first network marketing company in our history doesn't have any obligation. We give you a choice. You could become a member for free, and you have a choice to buy the product or not for 6 months. If you don't buy anything for 6 months, in the first 6 months, your membership will be automatically terminated. So you could think about for 6 months whether you try or not, right? And if you try something, if you bought one product, then your membership will be extended automatically 1 year. And if you don't buy anything for 1 year after that, your membership will be automatically terminated as well. So you have your own choice, right? I had other network marketing company once. They said, "Oh, Jason, you sign up with that company was cheap, like $50 for joining." But they said, "Oh, since you have to buy a certain amount of money every month anyway, we'll kindly send you the product in case you forget." And I forgot. They sent me products automatically and took the money automatically too. I said, "Oh, I have enough product already, so can you stop?" They didn't stop. They just kept sending the products, and I had to cancel the credit card. But they wouldn't stop sending the products. But Atomy, you have 100% your choice. Just like you have your own choice to buy the product from Amazon or Walmart. It's up to you, right? Same thing in Atomy. There's no obligation, no joining fee, no monthly requirement, no annual fee, no training fee, nothing. Did you pay any money today? No. Even Crown Masters here, we didn't charge anything. Or did we forget to charge? You know, there's another thing. There's no charge taking picture with me too. I never charge any money taking picture with me, right? So all of this is possible because we have absolute quality with absolute price. You're gonna hear this a lot. That's our philosophy. We make the quality as much as is possible. With that quality, we'll go down with the price. Not squeezing the suppliers, not firing the employees by renovating the technology. That's why if you see our product, almost every single product has patent. Making new technology, making it better by renovating the technology, not by firing the people, not squeezing the suppliers. That's how we make absolute quality with absolute price. Because of this, everything is possible. We know once you try the product, you're gonna like it. Of course, some people doesn't like it. We cannot help them. But most people, they love it. And we have about 16 million members around the world. As Atomy members, they are buying Atomy products voluntarily now, right now. So you're part of it too. So try the product if you never tried yet, and see if you like it. If you like it, continue using it. But what if you love it? What would you do?
Share with friends.
If you love it, what would you do? You share with your friends. Let's say April. Let's say you went to the Louis Vuitton shop. And the salesperson says, "Oh, Miss April, thanks for coming. We have a special sales today. You buy one Louis Vuitton, you get one free Louis Vuitton." That's not going to happen in the real world, okay? But what if you hear that from the salesperson? Would you keep that into yourself only? Or would you like to share your sisters, your friends, your mother? Would you like to share, or you just want to keep to yourself? You want to share, right? That's the human nature. Human nature is this. When they see the value, they love to share with other people, right? So Atomy is just like that. We want you to share if you love it, right? That's the marketing strategy for us. We want you to be satisfied so that you automatically open your mouth, right? We have so many people talking about him or him, so many people talking about Noni, so many people talking about all these products because they love it. That's how we grow. And that's how we're gonna grow too. We have a high-tech technology, but we have a high-touch technology here. High touch, heart to heart, okay? And as an evidence, we have a 0% returning rate for not 1 year or 3 year, 5 year, 10 year. We have a 16 consecutive years, 0% of returning rate. Some people say, "Oh, Jason, it's 0.21%. Hey, what's the difference between 0% and 0.21%? I think it's same, right? Almost zero, which means almost nobody's returning the product, which means our customers are satisfied. And we have a lot of products in Atomy. In America, we have about like 180 products. Is it right? And in Korea, they started with 2 products, Himoim and skincare. Now they have about like 50,000 products. Then now they are selling. If you have enough members, you can sell a lot of things. In Korea, you know what they are selling now? They are selling car insurance. If you have a car, you better have a car insurance, right? If you have to buy car insurance anyway, would you like to buy through Atomy car insurance? Yes, because it'll be same or cheaper, but also you get PV. Every month you pay the car insurance, you get PV. And they are selling also rental car too. Do you have to rent a car sometimes? Get a rental from Atomy. You get same or cheaper price and get PV. How about Expedia? Well, they have a similar website in Korea for booking hotels, booking airplane tickets, buying travel insurance. They have in Atomy. If we have enough members in America, we will have that too. Would you like to pay your car insurance through Atomy and getting PVs? Yeah, why not? Because you're spending that money anyway, right? Why not having PV, right? If you have to rent a car, rent a car through Atomy. That's gonna happen when we have enough members. Because in Korea, you know what happened? People who manufacture products or services, they die to provide to Atomy. Why? Because we have a lot of members. Not only in Korea, but also we have a global members, 16 million members. They are so loyal to use Atomy products. So that's why they are dying to provide to Atomy. And that's gonna happen when we have enough members in America. So that's why I'm working hard, right? Well, I'm trying to push people. Hey, let's go, right? And not only that, we have a GSGS concept. It's a global sourcing, global service. We are in 26. We have 26 branch offices, including EU. EU has how many countries in EU? Like 35 countries? I don't know. 28 countries in EU. So including the countries, we are in about like 60 countries, right? Our policy is this: if we go there and sell the product and make a profit, we're not taking money out of there. Let's say we go to Mexico. We are selling Korean products to them, right? And we're gonna be making money, right? We are not taking the money out of the Mexico, but we use the money for Mexican people. Not only that, we asked them, hey, Mexican people, what is the best product you have? They said, tequila. Oh, tequila is the best product. No, we cannot sell tequila, So what else do you have? They said, oh, we have avocado. So we are selling avocado oil through Atomy network. The best oil that you could have, you could eat. Better than the olive oil, it's much, much better. So try it. Avocado oil. And we go to Cambodia. Hey, what do you have? Pepper. Taiwan, what do you have? The patch. Did you try patch? Yeah. Amazing. I love it. Right? So we are not just selling the products to Mexico and make money from them. No. We are finding the best product from them, and we are selling to other countries through Atomy network, and they make money. So we are helping people in Mexico by doing that. So Atomy is actually making a lot of countries to be better. A lot of people makes money, and they have a better life. One of the products that selling a lot is Absolute Skincare Set. Anybody using this? This is the best skincare set ever. Why? Because South Korea, they are very famous for skincare. I one day asked as a ChatGPT, which country has the best skincare technology? And the ChatGPT says top 5 countries. Number 5 is Germany. Number 4 is Japan. Number 3 is United States. Number 2 is France. Number 1 is No Korea. South Korea. South Korea. Wow, okay, that's a good news. South Korea is the best skincare technology. But I'm more concerned about which brand names. I asked ChatGPT one more time, which brand name sells the most in South Korea? ChatGPT gave me two number ones. Number one in sales volume and number one in sales quantity. Number one in sales quantity is Atomy. Wow, we are selling the most quantity. But number one in sales volume is not Atomy. I was wondering, if we sell the most quantity, why we are not number one in sales volume? Aha, it's cheap. For example, Absolute Skincare Set. This product won 4 possible government awards. 4. And this is the first product got all of them. One of the award is King Sejong Award. King Sejong Award is this. Every year, they have 120 to 150,000 patents in Korea. If you have a patent technology, that's great, right? Means new technology, new money, new different market. So if you have a patent, that's great. But they have 120 to 150,000 patents. They choose which one is the best technology of the year, and they choose only the best one. Doesn't matter which industry they are from. It could be semiconductor, it could be car, it could be airplane, it could be tank, it could be any industry. They choose only one, regardless of their industry, and they give King Sejong Award. And for the first time ever in cosmetic industry, our Absolute Skincare Set won the King Sejong Award. So which means this is the best skincare technology available in the market. But how much is it? If you talk about that quality, this small jar could be $300, $400 easily. Yes or no, ladies?
Yes.
Guys, do you know about that? Probably you think, well, maybe $30. No. Brand name, they talk about $300, $400, or even $500 per jar. Not as big as this, but smaller than this. So you know how those ladies using these cosmetics for $500, they put little bit on the cream, touch it, and then, oh, I'm beautiful now. Not gonna work like that. Now, you have to put a lot to make it work for you, right? That's why we put a lot. We have a big amount. And not only that, the whole set, 6-piece set here is less than $300. I don't know how much that is. Somebody said 200 plus tax. Too complicated. It's less than $300. For that quality, with this 6-piece set, is it cheap or not? Very, very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. That's why even though we are selling more quantity, the sales volume is not there. But still, someday we're gonna be number one in sales volume too. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I'm so confident about that. Him or him. A lot of people talk about him or him. This is one of the products that everybody talks about. Why? Because actually it works. South Korea has been famous for hundreds of years for red ginseng. You know red ginseng? Ginseng rojo, right? Red ginseng was famous for hundreds of years, selling a lot. But recently, there's something else selling more than red ginseng. What is that? Himohim. Himohim means selling more than red ginseng. But more surprising thing is this. How many manufacturers manufacturing red ginseng in Korea? Many. If it's not 100, dozens of manufacturers manufacturing red ginseng. But how many manufacturers making himohim? Only one. What company is that? Atomy. So this himohim from Atomy sells more than all these manufacturers red ginseng in South Korea combined. That means a lot. Why himohim sells a lot? Just because it's cheap? No. Actually, it works. It works. It works, and people know it. That's why they continue buying it. My mother-in-law, for example, before we start Atomy, she catch a cold many times. And every time she catch a cold, she's hospitalized. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, easily. But ever since she started taking him, after we started Atomy business, until today, she never got sick. She never went to hospital. And for me, I had an allergy. Every time in springtime in New Jersey, they have so much pollen. And I sneeze a lot, fly a lot, runny nose, stuffed nose. When I'm trying to go to sleep, the nose gets stuck, cannot breathe. So difficult life. Not anymore. Amazing. A lot of people have a different life because of this him, right? A lot of things. And Noni, JPEG, did an amazing job, right? Amazing job. Let's give a big round of applause. And how did you do the video? Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Okay, you're gonna share the secret to me, right? Later. That's something that I was gonna share, but she shared a lot already. I wanna mention one thing. Fermented and non-fermented, extracted. Two different kind of noni. How many nonis are fermented in the market so far? Only one. And all other noni juices are extracted noni juice. They extracted. They squeeze the juice out of it. And when they squeeze the juice out of it, it's dangerous because it's known that the seeds of noni has toxic. So when they squeeze, they can squeeze the toxic out of the seed too. So it's dangerous. And like Video and JPEG talk about, they have a lot of good ingredients. How many people have eaten 120 mangoes a day? Would you like to try 120 mangoes a day? No. 120 mangoes today and tomorrow and every day? No. Right? How many people can try 140 kiwis a day? 140 kiwis today, 140 kiwis tomorrow, every day. Is it possible? No. Not possible. But how about you drinking one shot of juice and get the same effect? Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. That's why we have to ferment it. And we have a prozeronin. This ingredient recovers, cures the damaged cells. You have 37 trillion cells inside your body. And every day, about 10 billion cells are dying because of the damage. But this prozeronin can cure these cells if they can cure, right? And this prozeronin, pineapple was known to have a lot of prozeronin. But noni has 40 times more than pineapple. How many people wants to eat 40 pineapples a day, every day? All of this is possible by drinking one shot of noni. Personally, I'm drinking 2 shots a day, first thing in the morning and before I go to sleep, just like a JPEG does. And that gives me so much peace in my gut. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'm drinking, and then ever since I start drinking noni, my gut has peace. It's never complain. Before, it complains a lot. Through my, you know what I'm talking about. But not anymore. I was like so happy. Your gut is connected to your brain. Right. And your gut is the second immune system. If you have a happy gut, then you have a happy emotion. And that's why noni is good for, depressed also. Depression. So good. So try if you never tried yet. And A-Care. This is a new service that Atomy started. They started this in Korea. What is this? This is a curated health consultant in your smartphone. They monitor your health. Similar service is available in the United States too. But if you want to subscribe to this service, you have to pay about like $50 a month. But this service is free for Atomy members. Wow. If you're not Atomy member, you might have to pay. It's not available in America yet, but they try to introduce to America as soon as possible, but it takes time because the medical system is different than Korea. But they try to introduce somehow, okay? But this could be another game changer. In South Korea, they are using this a lot because they could, you become a health consultant using this app. Just use this app, then you could be automatically become a health consultant. 2024, Korean government did a research about top 500 companies in South Korea. Top 500 companies, the biggest top 500. It's like a S&P 500, something like that. And they did a research about their financial status with the 4 different categories: cash ratio, liquidity ratio, interest coverage ratio, and debt ratio. Surprisingly, there's one company, same company, became number 1 in every category. What company is that? Atomy. Isn't it amazing? Atomy became number 1 in every category. But most surprising thing is this. Those companies in South Korea, big companies, like Samsung, not this Samsung, his name is Samsung. His name is Sam, and his last name is Song. That's why they call it Samsung. Not this Samsung, of course. This Samsung, this Samsung is under Atomy. Do you know LG?
Yes.
LG is under Atomy too. Do you Hyundai? Hyundai is under Atomy. So what does it tell you? It tells you that if you don't see Samsung goes down, you're not going to see Atomy goes down. If you don't see LG goes down, you're not going to see Atomy goes down. If you don't see Hyundai goes down, you're not going to see Atomy goes down. Atomy is most financially stable company in South Korea right now. Amazing. So we are actually on very, very good hand. It's a blessing for us. And so now, as a result of that, Samsung, not this Samsung, this Samsung wants to follow Atomy. They built a warehouse in China. They know where the money is. They want to follow Atomy now. That's why they built a warehouse in China. So they are doing a business now together. And World Federation Direct Selling Association. This is the association that most of the network marketing companies join as a member, and they do world conference. And this year, 2026, we are hosting this World WFDSA conference in Korea. Why? Because Korea has Atomy, and the president of Atomy is actually president of Korean Direct Selling Association. So that's why Korea was elected to host this year's World Conference. Let's take a look at the video.
Hello everyone. This is Hangil Park, President of Korea DSA. I'd like to take this time to invite the WFDSA World Congress to Korea in 2026. A second largest direct selling market in the world, Korea's unique and innovative environment will help you explore the evolving landscape of our industry. Come join us here to discuss the future of our industry among the beautiful scenery and profound culture. I look forward to seeing you in Korea. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Proposal for WFDSA 2026 World Congress in Korea.
So actually, Atomy is becoming a new star. The whole world will know about Atomy. If it didn't know, they didn't know about Atomy, now they will know about Atomy. And a lot of people, they are looking for other company. Because not a lot of people can stand the obligation every month, you know. Now, I'd like to talk about financial freedom. How many people wants financial freedom? Right? Everybody, right? So, what kind of money is this? $233,000. That's kind of money that you need to have to raise one child in America. That's not including college. And that's the data from 2017, before the inflation. Now they say it's about like a $500,000 that you need to have to raise one child. And how many children do you have, right? So does it guarantee their success? Let's take a look at this one. If you born 1940, your chance to become richer than your parents is more than 90%. What does it tell you? It tells you this. If you listen to your parents, if you just do what they told you to do, if you go to school and study hard and get a job and work hard, then you will be automatically richer than your parents, right? But if you born 1984, your chance to become richer than your parents is only like a 50%. So half and half. So I calculated with the AI, what if you born 2025, your chance to become richer than your parents is only like a 13%. What does it tell you? Don't listen to your parents. Don't go to school. Don't do what they tell you to do, right? Now is the day that you have to teach yourself. Nobody can teach you what's gonna be in the future. Nobody can tell you, hey, 5 years later, this area is good for you to be successful. No one can tell you. Nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future. Actually, you are on your own. And there's no job available these days. Not many jobs available. A lot of people, they just looking for people with the experience. So if you are fresh out of the university, you have a much less chance to get a job. I'm talking about regular people like me, right? Who doesn't want to study a lot, just not very smart. Then very less chance. I have a lot of my friends, their children graduating this university, not getting a job yet. Staying home, still applying. Very, very sad. After they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars for 4 years, not getting a job. Very, very sad. Very difficult. So who can tell you what's going to happen in the future? No one. I have 4 children. I have 2, the second daughter and third son are in the college right now. The first daughter, she's trying to go back to university. And my youngest is 11th grade. And I asked them, what do you want to be? They said, I don't know. I think that's the correct answer, because they don't know, I don't know, who knows? Who knows? Even 3 years later, 5 years later, AI. Have you tried AI, using AI? Every day I'm using AI, and already I cannot live without AI. Do you remember 20 years ago, you didn't have a smartphone? 20 years ago, you were holding a map, trying to travel somewhere. Only 20 years ago. Now with the smartphone, everything is on smartphone. Everything. But now with the AI, oh my goodness, who knows what's going to happen in the future? 5 years later, a lot of people will lose their job. Very, very sad. You guys are okay? Let's think about it, right? So I'd like to talk about the cost of business opportunity. How much you need to start your own business. Let's say you want to open a 7-Eleven. Do you have a 7-Eleven around here? Yeah, right? 7-Eleven. How much do you need to open a 7-Eleven? A lot of money. 2 million? How do you know?
Home is like expensive.
Okay. Expensive. 2 million. How many people have a $2 million sitting in the bank account? Not many people, right? You need to find the property. You need to renovate it. You need to hire employees. You need to start paying them the benefit, wages, and then you have to bring a lot of inventory, hundreds of thousands of dollars of inventory, or a lot of money. Before you even sell the first product, you have to spend a lot of money. That money I call additional money. Who has that additional money? But I have a good news to you today. Everyone needs to learn about anyway money. What is anyway money? Anyway money is something that you have to spend anyway. So let me ask you something. Do you have to brush your teeth anyway?
Yes.
No matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, do you have to brush your teeth? You know, Elon Musk, he's very rich. I bet he has to go to bathroom every day. Anyway, he cannot say, I'm too rich to go bathroom every day. It's a smelly place, I'm too rich. Or you cannot say, I'm too poor, I cannot afford to go to bathroom every day. I just have to go to bathroom maybe once a week because I'm poor. Can you say that? No, you have to go to bathroom anyway. Doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, it doesn't matter. Right? You have to take a shower every day anyway. Right? If you have to spend that kind of money anyway, we call it anyway money. So let me ask you this. Do you have anyway money? You better have, because if you don't have, your friends not gonna like you. You become smelly, you become messy, you don't look beautiful anymore. Right? You better spend that anyway money. So if you have that anyway money, we are back in business. Let's, for example, talk about India. You know, last year I traveled to India because I was invited to become a vision speech to India because one of my partners became a Dharma master. And my partner in Seattle, his name is Scott Camper. He posted a little writing about Atomy in the social media, and he forgot about that. 6 months later, somebody from India contacted him. Sir, I make only 50 cents per hour. Can I still make a success? 50 cents per hour. Not $50 or $5. 50 cents per hour. Can you make a success, yes or no? Well, hard to
Very slim.
yeah, hard to answer that. But my partner said, yes, you can. Obviously, you cannot buy any of these, but you still have to pay toothpaste and toothbrush anyway. And he said, sir, the toothpaste and toothbrush from Atomy seems to be expensive than those products in the market. They selling cheap products, cheaper. It's hard to sell to people with this expensive. But my partner said about the value. Which one has more value? Let's talk about the value. You can save some money by buying the cheap products now. But if you continue using these cheap products, what's going to happen to you? You're going to lose your teeth. You're going to have to go to dentist and you're going to have to suffer a lot. Or if you spend a little more money now and keep brushing your teeth with this product, absolute quality with the absolute price, you don't have to go to dentist anymore. Of course, once in 6 months you still have to go, but you're not going to lose your teeth. You're not going to have a lot of pain. Which one has more value? Don't try to save some money right now, little money right now, and try losing a lot of money later. Spend a little more money. But health is the most important thing that you want to protect. Once you lose your health, it's gone. You can never become normal. Yes or no? Right? So that's how he understood about the value of Atomy products. Actually, we have a value of every single bottle. So if you understand the value of our product, when you talk, they will buy. You have to understand the value of Atomy products. That's how he became Dharma master. If he became a Dharma master in India, that means a lot to him. He's changing his lives. Not just his life, many people's lives around him. And so let's take a look how much money people in India are spending. I'm just assuming. Everything is assuming. Let's assume that they are spending $10 a month for daily necessities. And how many households? 300 million households. If you combine them together, it's $3 billion a month they are spending their money on daily necessities. How much could be our commission? $1 billion every month. This money is right now going to the big companies, but we can make it to be our commission, little by little, right? So if you have anyway money, then we have a global online platform business opportunity. It's global. You're not just limited to do business in Jacksonville or Florida or United States. You can do business in 60 countries right now. Do you know anybody in Philippines? Do you know anybody in China? Do you know anybody in Korea? Do you know anybody in China, Canada, Mexico, South America, Europe? Do you know anybody? You can do your business just by start calling them. Hey, do you know Atomy? ¿Conoce Atomy? Right? Just keep telling people. It's about sharing. Let's take a look at another video that I got from Panama last year. Right? Let's take a look at first.
Atomy Panamá, estamos listos a apreciar el espíritu, gestionar la visión, seguir sobre la fe, servir con humildad. ¡Vamos, vamos, vamos!
Hoy Panamá brilla. Hoy brilla para muchos de nosotros que no pensamos ya que los sueños de nosotros iban a ser realidad. Pero hoy puedo decirlo yo de corazón que Atomy trajo los sueños de nuestra vida y vamos a ser exitosos y vamos a poder hacer lo que nosotros teníamos sueños en una gaveta al olvido, pero hoy lo vamos a lograr porque Atomy vino a Panamá para eso.
Hoy te alabo con mi voz desde el principio hasta el fin y le doy gracias a Dios porque ya tengo emoji.
Hoy les traje algo que ustedes pueden soñar sin tener que gastar dinero, sin tener que dejar su familia, sin tener que dejar sus hijos, sin tener que subirse en el tren de la muerte. Pueden quedarse aquí en Panamá y tener sus sueños cumplidos.
¡Vamos, vamos, vamos!
Ever since I got this video, everywhere I go, every time I give my speech, I'm playing this video. Why? Because it's so touching. You know, Atomy is not officially in Panama yet. We are not in business officially yet. But these people, they are excited. Why? Because the opportunity that they could have. You know, they said they have to leave their house or they have to leave their children behind. Sometimes they have to risk their lives to get the opportunity. But with Atomy, they don't have to do that anymore. If Atomy comes to that country, they don't have to do that. They have an opportunity that we have. Exactly the same opportunity that we have. That made me so glad that I understood about Atomy. 15 years ago, now I'm a totally different person, living totally different life. Thanks to Atomy. Let's give a big round of applause to our Dr. Hangye Park. There are two ways to break an egg. One is from inside, the other is from outside. If you break the egg from inside, it becomes alive. But if you break the egg from outside, you become omelette or fried egg, huevo frito, whatever it is. Right? It's that. So that reminds me this. You know, we are inside the egg too. It's called comfort zone. What do you have to do? You better break it from inside. If you don't do it now, if you wait too long, it'll be broken from outside. Then what happened to you? Do you remember the pandemic? People thought they are comfortable. They are okay. But once pandemic happened, a lot of people lost their job, their business, even their lives. A lot of people died. You know, the numbers tells you this. Those numbers who died during the pandemic is greater than the people who died during the World War I, II, Vietnam War combined. So a lot of people died during the pandemic. And did you know that we have a flood, severe flood, more often? One night the flood sweep away everything over the night and people lose everything over the night. That's what happens these days. Because they didn't break the egg inside. They were broken from outside. You know, but during the pandemic, those people who's been doing Atomy, they got even healthier, prettier, and wealthier. That happened to me, and that happened to people who's doing Atomy, right? So using Atomy, you can break your egg from inside now. We have a system too. You're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. We can do this together with the system because the company supports the seminar. Who's hosting this seminar? Company. Who's paying for this venue? The company. You don't have to do this. You just join us. It's free, right? Taking photos with me is free too. It's amazing, no? And the company is focusing on our success. Isn't it amazing? And we are focusing your success too. Because no one can succeed alone. And we have a system that you can make a success regardless of your ability. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of education. You don't have to be young. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge. You don't have to have a lot of talent or skills. No. You just have to have a desire that you want to change your life. Then we can teach you. We have a lot of materials available online that you could teach yourself. You cannot say, oh, I never learned anything. Yes, you could teach yourself. Just like the branch is connected to a tree, then you will bear the fruit every year, right? And this is the instruction how to make a success in Atomy. If you buy a TV, for example, if you buy anything, there's an instruction inside. You better follow the instruction, right? How do you operate the TV? You plug in first and you turn on. That's how you see the TV, right? But let's say, oh, I know my own instruction. First, I drop it, and second, I kick it, then the TV will turn on. If you say that, you will lose your TV, right? You better follow the manufacturer's instruction. And the instruction from Atomy is 8 steps to success and 8 daily course. If you continue doing this, I guarantee you success. I don't have time to explain about this, but this is your homework tonight. 2010, I started Atomy. Of course, I couldn't speak English at the time. I was just talking to Korean people. And one day, one of my partners brought me, somebody doesn't look like a Korean. And I asked my partner, can she speak Korean? She said, no. What do you want me to do? Explain in English. So I started explaining in my poor English. Magic happened. She understood everything. She was like, wow, amazing. Wow, how exciting. And then she never showed up again. That happened so many times. And finally, I decided to learn English. I need to practice my English so that I need to go global. If you want to go global, you better learn English. So from that day on, I practiced my English every single day. For 15 years. Every day. And you are listening to me in English right now. Can you understand?
Yes.
The secret is this. Do it every day. If you have a goal, make a goal. If you want something in your life, make a goal and make a plan and do it every day. And about 7 years ago, I started to have a lot of Latinos coming to my group. And I teach them my lesson. Learn English. They don't want to. At the time, I didn't know the Spanish is our second official language in America. So they don't have to learn. So instead, to tell them to learn English, I decided to learn Spanish. So starting from that day on, I was using this app, and I'm practicing this every single day for 1,913 days every day so far. Of course, that doesn't teaching a lot of Spanish yet. I never went to school or class. I never had any teacher. So I'm just teaching myself. It's very slow. But it improves me a lot. So better than before. Better than never started. And about last year, I was traveling to Taiwan, Singapore, and Australia. When I went to Taiwan, Singapore, I see a lot of Chinese people, of course. But when I went to Australia, surprisingly, I see a lot of Chinese people. I thought I was mislanded. Instead of Australia, I landed in China, I thought. Because a lot of Chinese people. And I start to have a Chinese people coming into my group like April. Right? People who speak Chinese, they are coming into my group, and then I got a crazy idea. Let's learn Chinese. So I started learning Chinese. 1 week later, immediately I start regretting. Because it's so difficult. How many characters we have in English? Like 30? Less than 30 characters? How many characters in Chinese? More than 3,000. I was like, what? But I decided to continue learning Chinese. Every day I'm learning Chinese.
Are you learning Mandarin?
Mandarin, yeah, Mandarin. Every day. Do you think I'm gonna speak Chinese someday? I believe so. I don't care what you think, but I believe I can speak Chinese someday. And I'm practicing it every single day now. Every day. I can do it, yes or no? Same. So I made a community in the online, KakaoTalk, that, if you want to learn something new language, join this community. Learn whatever language you want to learn and post it every day. That's what they are doing now. And don't look at this, please. Okay? And I want this, my future. That's my goal. Yeah, secret of success is make a goal. If you have a goal, come up with a plan. Okay? My goal is to have a six-pack and muscle. So what's the plan? Exercise every day, right? So that's why I'm practicing every day. No matter where I go, no matter how hard it is, I practice exercise every day. I've been doing this more than 2 years now, every day. I'm going to continue doing it. Do you think I have a six-pack? I will have a six-pack in the future? Yes. I believe in it. I don't care what you think about me, but I believe in myself. Now I have a one-pack. 5 more to go. Right? I'm going to have a six-pack. How do I get six-pack? Do it every day. So, if you start doing something every day, that's going to change your life. But it's not going to change your life over the night. You still have to continue doing it persistently, consistently, over the time. You may not see the result right away. Over the time, you will see a big difference. The income that we are making now is a residual income. If you try to make a $2,000, put it into your pocket as a residual income, not easy. Try to do that with a real estate business. Try to do that with a stock investing. Try to do that working for a company for 20 years, 30 years. Not easy. Nobody keeps you for that long. Right? You may have a social security after you pay tax so many years, right? How much you could get as a social security? About 2,000, 3,000? Can you get 5,000 of social security? Not easy. Usually like 2,000 or less than 2,000 after you work for whole life. So try to make an extra $2,000 as a residual income in your pocket. Not easy, right? How about residual income 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, or 100,000? Try to do that. Not easy. But I'm trying to show you today that it's possible in Atomy. It's possible in Atomy. You don't have to have anything. You just have to have a desire that you want to change your life. But I have to warn you, there's a severe side effect. Very, very difficult. Severe side effect. You will be prettier. And you will be healthier. And you will be wealthier. That's the side effect. If you're not afraid of that, go for it. And also, I have to tell you this, not easy. It's not easy. Making success is not easy. It's not meant to be easy, because if it's easy, they don't call it success. They don't call it success. It has to be a lot of trouble, a lot of overcome, a lot of obstacles. You cannot imagine. But it's doable because we are doing this together. Yes. That's the most important thing. That's why I keep coming here to tell you, to inspire you, to encourage you. I'm with you. I went through those obstacles, and I'm telling you, yes, you can go through these troubles and make a success. His name is Andrew Carnegie. He's one of the most successful immigrant to this country. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah, he made a huge fortune as an immigrant. When he was young, he saw a picture like this. A boat stranded on a mud flat. And underneath the picture, there was a little writing. It says, "Be patient, the tide will come." Just like the failure comes and goes, the tide will come someday. So are you feeling stuck? Does your life feel like a low tide? Be patient. The tide will come. your time will come too. This is my profile picture. It says, Atomy can save more lives than doctors can save. I truly believe it because I travel a lot all over the world and I see a lot of people's testimonials that their life is changing because of our products. I'm sorry if you're a doctor or doctors. I'm sorry, but I think that's true. You know, if you have an accident, you need a doctor, but they cannot fix your financial problem. Recently, our church pastor, he got acute leukemia. So he's got hospitalized for 3 nights in the ER. You know how much was the bill? After 3 nights in ER? $300,000. What kind of bill is that for 3 nights? So literally he spent $100,000 a day. Of course he has insurance, that's why it's okay. You know, doctors cannot save your financial problem, right? But Atomy can. Not only your physical problem, but also financial problem and emotional problems too. A lot of people are getting stressed about money, but Atomy can help you. I was a zero before. Now I'm little. Okay. I was nobody, but I'm. I was a dope, but I'm. Oh, why? Because I'm revealing my weakness. I'm revealing my shameful story to you so that whoever, I don't know about you, but if you are encouraged to challenge it one more time, because if you don't challenge, you don't change. If you want to change, then you have to challenge. I want to encourage you to challenge yourself to change your life. His name is Jose Juan Mendez. He's a Spanish guy. He's got a car accident. Literally, it cost him arm and leg. Everybody said he's disabled. But he didn't care what they say. He said, I'm not disabled. So he went for it and he won medals in the Olympics. And he said this, don't tell me you can't. Then what do you have to say? Yes, I can. What do you have to say? Yes, I can. I want you to say this all the time. The first thing in the morning, don't drink the water. Say, yes, I can. Right before you go to bed, don't drink a noni. Say, yes, I can. While you're sleeping, you remind yourself underneath your subconscious, you remind yourself that you can. Yes, you can. Jason, yes, you can. Jason, yes, you can. First thing in the morning, you're going to say, yes, I can. No matter how hard the life treats you, you just have to say, yes, I can. Because that situation you are in right now is the beginning of the blessing from the God. You just have to believe in that this situation is the gift and the beginning of the blessing from God. Because you are introduced to Atomy now. God is good all the time. Thank you very much for listening.